Yo, people, what's good? You know what it is. More time is more time. I'm the monk. And we're back with another episode of Tapping In with the Monk. You know what I'm saying? Connection there for a second. But yeah, this is just a bit of content to say what's going on, what we're looking to do in future streams and stuff, and just talk about life and just tap in, you know what I'm saying? But this one's gonna be short and sweet, you know what I mean? Gonna keep it moving. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, going forward, you know what I mean? Gonna try and up the levels again with the pod stuff, more shows, you know what I mean? More interviews, more watch alongs. Just get into it properly, you know what I mean? Try it up the levels again. Had a few setbacks of recent, you know what I mean? But we just keep it moving. You don't let the setbacks stop you, you know what I mean? But but yeah, of recent it's been hard trying to find time in between raising youths and yeah, I mean, and life has been hard to do streams, man. You know what I mean? Yes, Mr. X, big up, bro. What you saying? Hope you're all good. What's cracking? Big up, Mr. X, every time. But yeah, just it's been hard, but it's just we got to push through it. You know what I mean? Got big plans for the channel going forward, and that it's just putting it all into practice. You know what I mean? Sometimes life can get in the way, but it's all part of the journey. You know what I mean? It makes it what it is. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, trying to get more watch alongs. We've had a few fight watch alongs of recent, and they've been all right. You know what I mean? I want to up the levels there again. Derby County watch along. Trying to get all that in there, so Mr. X can join streams as well and get involved. And yeah, just trying to go 100%. You know what I mean? Ain't really been putting everything into YouTube and Twitch and stream life. Obviously, it's hard when you're trying to do other things, trying to juggle work life, home life, mental health, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've got big things coming. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you stay locked to the more time. We've got international break is currently on at the minute. Haven't really been trying to cover the international break football wise. England's pretty dead. I don't. It's not really fun watching it. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, Arsenal, Derby County gonna try to pick a Spanish team as well, or some team from a different nation. You know what I mean? Bring more eyes to the channel, get more people involved, and yeah, moving forward. Trying to get some more UFC content as well, but that's difficult, man, because UFC's like a UFC's like a fucking a treadmill at the minute. The amount of like the champions that are just it's no long lasting champions anymore. John Jones is probably the most long like had the longest reign of the champions, but even that's boring because he don't really fight a lot, you know what I mean? And the rest of the belts just going from hand to hand to hand, so it's hard to follow. You know what I mean? It's not like back in the day when you had a few characters and you could just follow them and you know it's going to be lit. You know what I mean? Certain champions are boring, like the current who's the guy that beat Israel Adesanya, the other South African guy. He fights boring. You know what I mean? Long gone are the days of Conor McGregor and all these type of characters that made UFC what it is. You know what I mean? I feel like Dana thought the whole strategy of the best fight the best always works out. You know what I mean? But I think that is the reason why boxing didn't do that because matchmaking is more than just putting champions together, and you know what I mean. Even though it is a lot more fairer and it's a lot more truthful, as in who's the current champ, it's less entertaining, and it is sports entertainment. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, we ain't got no Conor McGregor's, Adesanya's fell off. You know what I mean? Sugar Shane Mosey, is it Sugar Shane, whatever his name is? He he's quite entertaining, but again, it only goes so far. We're losing characters. Back in the day, we had like Rampage Jackson, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, uh, so many fighters, man, that you love to hate or hate to love or whatever it is, and it kept you entertained. It was a lot more entertainment. Now it just seems like combat sports has got so good that it's too readable. You know, you barely get fighters that come through that are unpredictable anymore. You know what I mean? Michael Venom Page is a good one, but even still, like the style's kind of set in its foundations now. It's kind of formed into the total, like a mainstream version of mixed martial arts, where previous mixed martial arts was a little different. You had karate man versus wrestling man, or BJJ guy versus boxer, or like, you know what I mean. So there's a lot more in the entertainment factor, but now it's a lot more it's a lot more mainstream pop, if you get what I mean. It's kind of poppy in the sense of that they figured out the formula, you know what I mean? So the excitement factor's gone. So that's why we haven't really covered too much of the UFC. But I'm gonna try and get back into that moving forward as well, you know what I mean? Boxing's been alright, but again, we're losing characters, man. It's gonna get a bit boring, but boxing's a lot easier to bring entertainment in because of what it is, you know what I mean? When there's someone like Tyson Fury, who was more of a stick and move kind of fighter, that was boring to watch when he turned into the Gypsy King. He tried to knock people out and just talk shit. It's a lot more entertaining. We had Dylan White, he was entertaining. Uh, yeah, but we're moving into like the Wardley times. What other heavyweights are coming through? Not too many, man. You know what I mean? So even that's starting to tail off a bit. We've had a good peak with boxing, and that might start to tail off soon, especially if Turkey Al Sheikh is going to try formulate it a lot more like UFC. Um, but we'll see. We're still going to be doing watch alongs for all that. Football wise, Arsenal, you know what it is. Weekday streams, weekend streams, Champions League, Premier League, all the cup competitions and that. So that's going to be thriving like normal. Also going to be, you know what I mean? I mentioned before, it's taken a while, but getting these Derby County watch alongs and maybe like a Villarreal, some sort of Spanish team, you know what I mean, will follow and get that sort of side of things popping. But yeah, going to be dropping some music as well, you know what I mean? I need to get another project out this year or to the end of this year, start of the next year. Every year I like to put out something. Um, and keep the music ball rolling, you know what I mean, as well. But the streaming side of things is taking over on that side of things. I've done quite a bit of music, um, but I'm still going to keep the music coming. Don't watch that. That's still going to be there as well. So look out for that as well. But yeah, man, got a few things planned. But like I'm saying, it's hard trying to do all of that and do all of life and everything else that goes along with that work, trying to set up a business and that get that underway, get that rolling. That should give me a bit more time to do more streaming. I'll be able to plan it out a bit better. You know what I mean? Start doing some scripted shows and that. But yeah, if you're on getting on some content, you're a content creator or whatnot, or you're someone that just watches them but wants to get involved, like Mr. X, if you wanna join the streams, just grab your phone and tap in, man. We'll get you. You know what I mean? You could be on screen as well, and we can discuss Derby County or whatever you want to discuss. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this like I said, this tapping in is just to let you know plans coming up for the channel and whatnot, what to follow. You know what I mean? We've you might have seen from a few streams, Axel Holy's been back on the football streams, so you know what I mean. That's been popping off again, and yeah, just gonna get some more A1 content on the way. But yeah, going forward, we're just gonna get things popping. You know what I'm saying? I find streaming fun. For me, it's a new venture. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for a while now. I don't know how old the channel is. Probably from like 2020 or something. I think it was it pre-COVID I started the channel. I think it was pre-COVID. Maybe 219, 220. Maybe even before that. I can't remember. But we didn't properly start making content from about 2 years ago. We've had trickling in subscribe, get more likes on videos, more comments in the comment. I mean, more people joining in the chat. Just want to get it flowing, you know what I mean? But yeah, we've been building. I'd say we're like this is probably coming into the third year of like proper streaming regularly, you know what I mean, as a channel, as a certified uh entity. You know what I mean? The more time is more time, you know what it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, just trying to it's a new thing. I find it a lot more fun than making music, to be honest with you. Making music's cool, it's good, but I've been doing it for 10 years plus. Um, and the process is kind of boring, you know what I mean? Like, if it was just get the beat, write the tune, record it, send it out, mixing and mastering, it comes back within a day, and the tune's done, and you can just put it out, then it would be blessed. But when you're trying to do things properly, artwork, you know what I mean, trying to get physicals, whether that be vinyl or CD, then you got to send it for mix and mastering. That could take a week. Like I'm saying, getting vinyl press can take up to a year now. You know what I mean? Uh, then you got the whole thing of like labels and where you're gonna put the music out, and then you got videos and how much money you want to put into a video. And when you make projects, you're pretty much making them for fun because the money you put in to a project, you never, unless you're proper in the height of your fucking notoriety and like the buzz, in the height of your buzz, you make a bit of money in it. But when you're just an artist that's been putting out music, like personally, we've done pretty well, like as a group of as a rap crew or rap clique or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? As a group, we've done well over the years, but now it's like not like I've had that. Not like the time's come and gone because I'll always make music in it. Making music is one of them things. I just think the process is pretty long. That kind of kills the vibe. Then you got the whole industry side of things where you got these gatekeeper dons who aren't even gatekeeper dons. You know what I mean? They think they're gatekeeper dons, and they will try use their influence to stop you getting played or stop you doing shows, and uh, and only promote shit. You know what I mean? It's them type of people ruin it. Think they know about music, don't know about music. Think they know about. Let me say we stop. What's going on? Are we live? Are we streaming? Yeah, think they know about music. They don't really know about music. They just know, like the people that can't make music but wanted to make music but were shit. So they decided to go on the admin side. It's a lot of that bullshit. A lot of smoke and mirrors, you know what I mean? Especially in the UK hip hop scene, it's a bit stale, man. You know what I mean? You go to a gig, it's the same heads. There's not much growth in the scene. I don't know whether that's just because of the times we're in, and you know what I mean? People into other shit. You know what I mean? So other shit's popping. But when we were coming up in around 2011, UK hip hop was like caught a second wind. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, you had like Jest and Kalashnikov, Rodney P, Skinny Man. You had that wave. You had a little wave before that as well, but that was like the main wave um, of UK hip hop. And then you came into our era around 211 with like other labels. You know what I mean? High Focus, blah, all of that. Uh, and yeah, that era's kind of dying down now. There's been some other youths come up, but the the natural hunger for that style of music ain't really there too tough. The new generation like stabbing people up and listening to fuckery, you know what I mean? And it's all about the clout era. And so that's what it is with the music, you know what I mean? That's why it's a jarring thing to make music, man. Like when you've been in the game a while, you realize what it is. I can pretty much now just I can like I forgot what you call it, like foresight. I can foresee, you know what I mean. If I got a gig, I can foresee how the whole night's gonna go. You know what I mean. Get there, people out in the smoking area. You know what I mean. You go behind, backstage to the VIP bit. You got a few artists in there, just acting like mugs and that. Then you're just jamming in there for a bit. You can have a little drink. Then you wait for your time to do your show. You do your show. People in the crowd are just fucking you either do a late show and then everyone's just mash up, ain't really listening to what you're saying anyway. You know what I mean? But they're vibing, or you get there proper early. And early shows, people ain't even in the full swing, so they just stood there watching. You know what I mean? And it's a lot. Like I can just stay out the whole night. It goes. Then after that, you go back, get smashed, and then end up at some random's yard. You know what I mean? And they're just spitting bars in your ear. You know what I mean? Or going out into the smoking area and people just trying to spit bars in your ear or fucking just chat shit the whole time or just some fucking skanky hoes just in the fucking smoking area, just you know what I mean, being skanks and that. Like the whole thing's dead. Everyone just going to some after party, getting coked up and just acting like biffs, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing's dead. I've done it for years and years and years. The festival circuit's not too bad, you know what I mean? You get the whole camping experience along with that. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, that's why streaming's new. Streaming's like it's fun. You know what I mean? You just switch on the camera and you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You get in the mix, and people that gravitate towards you. Like I don't do this just to build a channel. I do this because I find it fun as well. Like, I'm a creator. I like creating things. Like I said, music's starting to get a bit boring. I'll always make music, but streaming's new for me anyway. You know what I mean? getting to learn how to use certain sites. You know what I mean? Different things, how to run OBS and run overlays and set up mics and cameras and you know what I mean, effects and making up shows and scripting shows and coming up with ideas and even just like now tapping in, just talking shit. You know what I mean? Like that shit's fun to me, especially as I'm getting older. You know what I mean? And and yeah, there's a lot of shit I like to talk about. You know what I mean? I'm quite opinionated on certain things, not to a judgy level, but just to an objective analyze analysis. You know what I mean? That type of level, like just a commentary on whatever it is. You could be talking. I don't really talk politics, but if it was that, you know what I mean? I could do that. I could do all types of shit. Talk about all types of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, sports is the main thing right now. A lot more music. I'm gonna try and mesh with the streaming. Obviously, it won't probably won't be on the More Time channel unless I do a More Time like mixtape or something. But I doubt it. I'll probably keep that band Dooley, Split Profits, all of that type of shit. That's where you'll find the music. But I'll still be making it. I want to get more people involved. Like I said earlier, you know what I mean. Got like Man United brethrens, Chelsea brethrens, you know what I mean? Start bringing them into the watch alongs whenever we have a match with them. So there's a lot more back and forth, bit more banter, bit more representation on the streams rather than just us Arsenal man just slewing down the thing, you know what I mean? I find that fun as well, to be fair. I like when people try come in the chat and chat shit. But yeah. But that's pretty much it for Tap In for this episode. This one's just, you know what I mean? Just talking through future plans and all that. Boxing of the last streams have been pretty funny, to be fair. You know what I mean? With all that's been going on. Talking about what's been going on. Clark's face, man. Wardley almost paralyzed half of his body, like, you know what I mean? He had a dent in his head, his jaw was like swung to one side. He has had a post fight interview yet as well, so that's, you know what I mean? We're yet to see his apparently he got proper injured, man. I mean, obviously best of wishes uh to Clark. Hopefully he recovers well and we'll see what Wardley's gonna do in the future. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, we got that coming up as well. I don't know if Anthony Joshua can do it. I reckon he can, you know. I know it's like Daniel Dubois legitimately beat him. Not, you know what I mean? Locked him down bare times and just laid him out. But I do think he has the capabilities of beating Daniel Dubois. I don't think Daniel Dubois is that high caliber of a fighter, but who knows? He could be growing into it. We've got Fury versus Usyk. That watch along coming up very soon. That's going to be very interesting. Chris Eubank, Connor Ben. That's going to be hella interesting. You know what I mean? Can't wait to see that one as well. What else have we got? Yeah, if John Jones decides to fight or Conor McGregor or anything like that, we'll be into that as well. You know what I mean? And other than that, we'll be tapping in, just kicking the shits, man. Just talking life. You know what I mean? Talk anything, mental health, all of that. But for now, we're just gonna keep this one short and sweet, and I'll be tapping in week. Might get someone else involved, talk about a certain subject or whatnot, and we'll get it cracking. But yeah, big ups to everybody that's tuned in, and I'll catch you, man, on the other side. You know what I'm saying? More time, it's more time. I'm the monk. You've been watching Tap In with the Monk, episode 6. And I'm out of here. Salute, motherfucker.